What's up, gamers? This is Spiderlaw with the Family of Video Gamers, bringing you the second to last BloodBorne video. It's been a fun ride, right? But anyways, so in this video, I'm going to show you how to get to Gehrman, the first hunter, and how to beat him. So, like I said, this is the second to the last BloodBorne video, and that's because he could be the last guy you fight. He also could be the last guy you don't fight. There's actually 3 endings in BloodBorne, and after we beat Gehrman, if you follow my other videos, I actually show you how to beat the very last boss, which is the Moon Presence. So, in this one, we actually show you how to beat Gehrman the First Hunter, and he's in the Hunter's Dream, where we normally buy our items and upgrade our weapons and all that good stuff. So all you have to do is start off here, and we're about to hit a cutscene in just about a second here. So. So when you talk to Gehrman, he's going to ask you if you want to sacrifice yourself or if you want to refuse what he's offering. If you refuse what he's offering, it's going to trigger a cutscene where he gets ready to essentially kick your ass, which he might just do a couple of times because he is pretty freaking hard. So here we're going to refuse, and here's a cutscene.
Dear, oh dear. What was it? The hunt? The blood? Or the horrible dream? Oh, it doesn't matter. It always comes down to the hunter's helper to clean up after these sorts of messes. Tonight, Gehrman joins the hunt.
Alright guys, so like I said, Gehrman is pretty hard. He's got a lot of quick attacks, but he also has a few slow ones where you can trigger a visceral attack, like I just did. And that's actually your best bet for winning against this guy. You want to keep moving around, keep dodging, keep strafing. If you stay still for too long, he'll do exactly what he just did to me, and he'll take down more than half your life. And it's actually easy for him to kill you within 2 or 3 strikes, so just be careful with Gehrman's motions. Again, watch for his strikes. Some of them are slow, a lot of them are quick, but the slow ones, you'll be able to take your silver bullet and strike him down with a visceral attack. I also recommend that if you have any, what is it called? Gemstones, I think it's called. If you have any of those that allow you to carry more blood vials, I definitely recommend that you use those before coming into this fight, because as you'll see while I battle this guy, I have used all my blood vials at the end of the fight. So he has a few general attacks he'll do here. He'll do one where he will grab you with his scythe and pull you in closer. Then he also has a 3-wave strike where he launches towards you. And then once you get him down to this quarter of the way of his health, he'll bring out a gun and he'll be in a strict hunter mode where he can gun you down to allow him to do a visceral strike or to just take a good chunk of your life. So you want to avoid his gun by strafing sideways. That's the best way to ensure that you don't get downed for him to come up and take away your entire life bar. Just like that. Just like I just avoided him by strafing right. Now if you keep repeating this method, you can bring him down pretty quickly, but don't be greedy. You know, if you see yourself getting caught up in his strikes, move away from the fight. Take a few steps back and come up with another plan of attack. There is another attack that he does where he charges up and he releases kind of like an energy field around his body. When he starts doing that attack, most people would go up and take that as an opportunity to start wailing on him. However, that's not the case. When he starts charging up that attack, you want to get a good distance away from him, because if he hits you with that attack, it's going to take away most of your life bar. And this is the mode, or this is the, right here, this is where he's charging up. So once you get him down a little bit below halfway, that's when he'll be able to do this attack, and that's what you want to watch out for. And in this time where his life is lower than halfway, he'll switch back and forth from having his extended scythe to then also wielding a gun and his shorter range weapon. So he acts very much like an opposing hunter, because that's exactly what he is. He's Gehrman, the first hunter. So if you follow these easy steps of just keep strafing, moving, going around him, I wouldn't say you'll defeat him easily, but you'll be sure to win. See there where he teleports and then he brings out his gun. You want to make sure you strafe right or left so that way you don't get hit by his gun like I did. And that's another flurry of his attacks that will take away almost your entire health if you can't dodge out of it. As you can see as well, this stage in the fight, this is where I'm having the most problems, just because he's so much faster and because he switches between attacks. It makes it a little bit harder for you to get in on him. Also, there is an attack where he will jump up and he'll throw kind of like this scythe ground wave. Most people will strafe to the side like I did. Well, don't do as I do, but do as I say, and it's beneficial if you strafe towards him. If you do roll towards him while he's doing that attack, you can actually get under that attack, and when he lands, you can wail on him with your combos. So definitely look for that. Also, don't do like I just did and waste your stamina. You want to keep your stamina up as much as possible so you could use that stamina to get out of his range like I just did, especially so you can get away from him and use a blood vial to restore your health. Once you have your health back up, you come back in and strafe around him so you can get some quick attacks in on him. Okay, like I said, back up when he starts doing that. If you get hit by that, you're more than likely going to die, especially if you don't have full health like I don't at this moment. He almost had me there. You know, just be more cautious with your attacks. I start button mashing because I get frustrated and it causes me to lose quite a few times. So time your attacks, time your strafes, keep your distance, and attack when he's vulnerable, and you're sure to win this fight. So that's the attack I was telling you about earlier, that you can actually strafe under and towards him so that when he lands you can one on him. Obviously you can see I accidentally rolled towards the attack and I got knocked down because of it. And if you look to the left, you'll see all my blood vials are gone and I only have a little bit of life left. And I was able to take him out. Prey slaughtered. Alright guys, the next video is the last one. I hope you enjoyed this one. Please like and subscribe.